How are you, BookTube? This is Maria from NH Books, and welcome to Friday Reads. Please ignore my first comment in the next section, as I am not attaching this to a vlog because it was too long and upload speeds.
And welcome to the Friday Reads version of the vlog. We are going to put the picture of the book up here. They've only finished one. We're going to be quick because upload speeds, crap. So I finished The Garden of Evening Mists by Twan. I have gotten a hard copy of the second book, which was second hand but looked brand new because it was only read as far as there by probably one of these people. So if you know who they are, I have the book, I have the photo. They might want the photo back. I know. I'm going to read a quote from the book. So memory is like patches of sunlight in an overcast valley, shifting with the movement of clouds. Now and then the light will fall on a particular point in time, illuminating it for a moment before the wind seals up the gap and the world is in shadow again. So it is eloquently written. It is a story of young Lynn, who is a Supreme Court judge, I think. She's a judge anyway. She retires in the 1980s and she moved back to Northern Malaya, where she, in the 1950s, when she was in her 30s, was apprenticed to a Japanese gardener, Arimoto. Now, Arimoto was the gardener to the emperor in Japan. Yunling was a prisoner of war in an internment camp under the Japanese during the Second World War. So the relationship between the two is going to be stressful. But Yunling really wants to learn how to create a Japanese garden because she promised her sister, who died in the internment camp, that she would create a garden in her honour. And the only way of getting it done when you live in Malaya is to learn from the only Japanese gardener that the country has at the time. So that is the sense, the source of stress in the book. The book is about memories. Younglin has come back in the 1980s and is reflecting on her life with Arimoto in the 1950s, and memories come and go, as that passage said. There is a quote that Arimoto uses in the book, that every aspect of gardening is a form of deception. I have to write them down because I obviously don't have it as a physical copy at the moment. I have ordered it secondhand from Kennys. And that's central to this book. This book has a Japanese garden that has things hidden, as in the landscape is incorporated and you don't always see it at first. And that's the central theme. The theme of the book is also follows the theme of the garden. So there, it's slow, it's contemplative, just like sitting in a garden. But at the end of it, if you're patient, there is something that is revealed and not revealed. So there is a central secret to it all, interwoven with the fact that memory is a fickle thing and it's hard to remember. So that's the book I read. I can't say more than that without spoiling. It is a wonderful experience, and I do thank Eva Stranges, and who I'll use review I'll put down below again, which was the reason that I actually read this. I did actually own it already on audio. I must have been in a sale or something like that when she reviewed it together with this book. I actually realised I actually had a copy of one of the books and I should listen to it soon. Okay, so the next book, so I haven't finished. Well, that was a great conversation. I wasn't filming. But it was brilliant. Okay, the books I'm reading at the moment. The Mermaid of Black Conch, Costa Book winner. It's by Monique Roffey, Costa Book winner for 2020 for a good reason. It is incredibly well written. It is based on the mermaid myth. And people seem to describe it as being an unusual mermaid. I'm this much through, I'm nearly there. I don't think it's that unusual. It's set in Tobago. They're using dialect, grand, or parley or lingo, whatever. But essentially, it's a mermaid story. The mermaid comes on land, falls in love with a man to her doom. The man falls in love with her to his doom. Because it does actually say, that's not, it actually says it's a love story somewhere. Oh, it doesn't say it on this. It must say it on the audio copy. It does say somewhere it's a love story. It is a love story. And essentially, the mermaid is torn between the love of land and having her legs back and the love of the sea. I wanted to swim. It was in the Disney story. It is basically the central theme of the Selkie stories in this side of the world, where it's actually seals. That women take off their seal skin and then they come on land and they fall in love. Sometimes they're raped by men, actually, in some of the stories, and who hide their skin so they can't get back into the sea. But always, I am only this much through, guessing she goes back to the sea, because where else do mermaids live? Love the some of the imagery here. It gets really, really good. Some strange things happen because she is a mermaid because of a curse. So it's a little bit of magical realism in this one. The other books I'm reading is House and Vesper Sands, which I'm reading in the car, but halfway through because I'm on disc 5 of 9. So I have too lazy to get the book out. I'm also reading the book. I prefer reading the book to actually listening to it in CD. Not really gelling with the narrator. I don't know what the narrator is because the CDs are out in the car. This is a Victorian mystery story based on two detectives who haven't met yet about halfway through the book. One is a journalist, a female journalist, not very much appreciated in Victorian area, but still investigating the disappearance of somebody, of a woman in this, and it's a nephew of a vicar. I think I said son of a vicar accidentally last time, who has come back at his uncle's requesting to London and discovers a girl that he knew has gone missing and is investigating the disappearance of the same woman as the female journalist. They just haven't met yet, so it'll be interesting to see what happens when they meet. So far it's good. Much prefer it though in the written format than in the narrated format, because I'm not really getting on much of the narrator. Is Pariac O'Donnell. He's an Irish writer from Wicklow, but it's based on his book in London. So yeah, it might be interesting if somebody who is English tells me whether they think they're English. Every now and again he uses very common terminology for Victorian area. But other than that, he does seem to have some good dialects, some good London dialects. It'd be interesting to see somebody from London. What would they think of that? The First Woman by Jennifer Nansubaga Makumbe. I've only read about 2 sections out of 5 or 6. I need to catch up really quick. This needs to be concentrated over the weekend. The First Woman is a coming of age story set in Uganda, and you never read the blurbs on these things. Some of these are good. Okay, A Wonder. Vivid, moving, powerful, captivating, unpredictable, sure to join the company, Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre. Zora Neale hurt since their eyes were watching God. Tsitsi Dangar Nervous Conditions, I could say in her book, and Elena Ferrante's Napoleon Quartet. Yeah, it's a coming of age story. I need to get a little bit more further into it. I am enjoying the Ugandan setting and the feminist overtones of this one. So that's all I have time for, because this is going to be too long to upload otherwise. So I hope whatever you're reading that you're enjoying it, and until next time. Bye now.